Okay, welcome to our second episode
of the Luca and Lucy show.
Yay! So, our
Topic for today
yes,
is our drag. Basta yung what makes us,
fabulous.
fabulous. Quintessential churru.
Yes, because our theme for this week's episode is really just to showcase our go-to look.
Yeah.
So, this is basically the quintessential Lucinda's guy. Feel your oats. Girl! And this is my quintessential Luca.
So sige.
Princess lang tayo, girl. Okay.
For you, who is Luca? Where did she come from?
Well, I always tell myself that she's like a mushroom.
A mushroom.
Yes. Kabute in Tagalog. We mushrooms just pop out of fecal matter. No, I mean, kung saan lang siya sumusulpot. So it's kind of like that. Like,
Parang ganun si Luca.
parang ganun siya actually. Bigla na lang siya lang, ganun. Yeah, I mean, I made Luca, or Luca came to me one night.
After a long night of hooking.
I was like, there was a point in my life that I just kind of like, who's this bitch? And then the more I got to know her, the more that I discovered the complexities of my nature. She is a manifestation of my inner desires.
Inner desires. Big word.
She's a vessel. She is this instrument that I use to discover who I am on the inside. And I think for all of you there who's doing drag, you know that the more that you do drag, the more that you would understand who you are as an artist, whether you're a female impersonator or whether you're just expressing who you are through drag. The more you do drag, the more that you'll be able to refine and discern yourself of who you are as what you want to portray by trying a lot of things. And this is me trying a lot of things.
Lucinda for me, nag-start siya nung nung na-pick up ko yung interest ng drag.
Naglapigan pa ako.
Nung first episode ko na napanood ng RuPaul's was first season na napanood ko was All Stars.
Okay.
And then doon ko na-discover si Alaska. Naging big fan ako ni Alaska. And yung drag niya. And then, when I found out na magpe-perform si Alaska sa Nectar.
Yeah.
And then, the first drag cartel was held in Nectar. And then, the winner would get a ticket to Alaska show. So, syempre, gumawa ko.
Nanala ka?
No, of course not. First time ko yun eh. Nakasama kami sila Min, sila Vinya, si Gigi at hindi, si Ovi yung nanalo. Si Ovi.
Okay.
Nanalo ng ticket. But then that's when I started rediscovering who I am as a person and discovering who Lucinda was for me.
Preach, girl, preach.
Yeah, so there. I went through a lot of phases. I started as like this Lucinda as a very high class whore. Na kahit nga hanggang ngayon meron pa may ganun pa ring touches.
Ladies and gentlemen, a high class whore. Whores have feelings too.
Whores have
Whores
feelings
have feelings.
nung sumikat yung American Horror Story Coven, I went to this phase of like
spooky drag.
Emulating Jessica Lange as like the Queen Witch, like super powerful. I'm the fucking supreme.
True.
And then I went through this phase of like very 80s inspired because I was very into 80s music.
True.
And ano pa ba, like clown. I was really into clown aesthetic. One reason why I love drag is because drag provides an outlet for you to assess where you are right now in your life. And parang art therapy.
Yeah,
So
true.
like you draw the things that you feel so that you find what they really are. Because sometimes you don't really know what you're feeling right now.
True.
It's kind of like that. Except you're working with makeup, working with costumes.
So it's kind of the same, yeah. That's I would have to agree. Drag as a therapy is, because it's an art form in
Mm.
itself. So yeah. So we're like, yeah. Okay. Wait. Okay. Wait. um. Yeah. So I guess we've already in a way gave them how drag is for us, and I think
Ikaw, who are your inspirations?
my inspirations
Like female figures,
Oh, wow.
artists, painters.
Wow, gusto ko yan. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm inspired by ethereal type of beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Kudos lang to, like that.
Pwede actually. Yeah. Art and songs and music, and it's incorporated with what I'm trying to project. Whenever I'm doing drag,
Mhm.
there's always this story in my mind. And I think same for most. I'm not so sure if not all. There's always this narrative,
Mhm.
and then I take bits and pieces out of whatever I am able to get my hands on.
Paano?
Get my
My
hands,
hands
on.
on.
I do have style icons. But
Twiggy.
what?
Twiggy.
Twiggy. Twiggy? Pwede, kasi mga 1960s.
Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah, Audrey Hepburn. I love Audrey Hepburn. So these are the old classic, the old Hollywood. I love that. And I am drawn to pop culture and things that bring me joy, obviously. Recently I've been so drawn to Chanel commercials.
Mm.
Like the French commercial. um yeah, so it's everything, like whatever I get from media that I enjoy, I incorporate it in my drag.
What are your favorite songs?
Wow, that's a really nice question. Let me think about it. I love the 80s and the 90s music because I feel like that's the time wherein people became really like freedom, liberation, free those titties, parang ganun.
Sexual Revolution.
Yeah, kind of like that. So I gravitate towards Cyndi Lauper, Madonna.
I like a lot of a big part of Lucinda came from the club scene, especially in XX.
Hey. Although, okay, wait lang. Let me interject.
Ah,
What is your opinion on techno music? Because I really hate techno before.
really?
Yeah.
Before I hindi ko na gets.
I really want to kill someone when I hear techno. Like,
The first thing I had to say about techno when I first went to XX, ang sabi ko, hindi ko gets kasi parang paulit-ulit lang tapos parang nagiging predictable siya. That's what I said about techno the first time I heard it. But then, after a long night of hooking, trade had gotten me. And so sa XX I met two people named
sex
niya?
partners.
No.
Okay, sorry.
Ed and Jem. Ed and Jem. Different Jem.
Okay, sino to?
I just met them sa XX and then sabay kaming umuwi through cab. And then, no. Well, nothing like that.
Okay.
Parang gano'n. Wala
Parang
ganun
ganun.
na yan. Hindi. Pero meron
Friendly.
Okay.
Okay.
Tuloy ko na lang yung story, pwede ba? Yeah. You get why techno is good when you try.
Well, I do get, I appreciate techno when I started to drink.
Yeah.
Like when you're like this really lightheaded type of like, ooh, oh
Mhm.
yeah, techno more. But kasi my music preference before was like Beethoven, Chopin,
Yeah.
Mozart,
Liszt, Bach,
Bach. So,
Tchaikovsky,
so I'm a very classy lady kasi. So
Vivaldi.
Vivaldi, Four Seasons,
Those are my
ganon.
guys.
those was like ganon. So parang I was like, techno, this is very, it sounds very savage. But before kasi initially when I hear it, it triggers me to kind of, I want to stab someone so bad.
Agitate.
Yeah,
It's
like there's
agitating.
something about the beat was like,
Parang shabu.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. But
Okay.
Okay.
Music. So yun. A big part of Lucinda came from XX.
so XX kind of gave birth to
Yeah.
who she is. in
XX
terms of
is like the uterus of Lucinda.
Bahay bata girl.
Kaya ko rin nagustuhan yung mga, how you call that, 80s, tawag doon? Hindi deep wave eh. 80s,
80s.
yung mga Blue Monday, mga,
Blue Monday.
yung mga, sino yun? Sino yung artist na yun? Yung,
Hindi ko alam yan. Ay, girl, sino yung artist na
Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode.
Hindi ako sure kung yun yung pronunciation.
Depeche Mode.
I think as drag artists, talaga may ganito claim na
Claim it.
we try to go against what is prescribed. And we sometimes refer to a lot of inspiration from pop culture, but it's really up to you. How you define drag is up to you. Your drag is valid, okay? So no one should tell you, because I've been criticized before. I don't know about you, but I've been criticized before when I
Not that I
started.
know.
No,
I think people talk,
Yes, and they'll be like, "That's not drag." You have your beard and be like, "No, that's not drag. That's not your type of drag," and it's fine.
But the world doesn't revolve around you. And for me, people talking about you means that, you've done something for them to talk
True,
about.
I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be talked about.
I mean, that's what art is for. It's to start conversation and things.
Ay, gusto ko yan. Talaga yun.
So, I think that's a good sign that people talk about you. Because,
Is it?
yeah, because of, kunyari may ginawa ka and then, lumalabas yung totoong kulay.
It's kind of like,
Like where we are right now in the conversation of what we know, what should be, what shouldn't be, right?
Yeah, I don't mind it when people talk about me, but I'd like it when they talk about me when I'm in the room, or like they talk directly to me if they have whatever.
People.
Whereas you have someone who writes in their burn book and be like, this person is a fugly slut. Parang Luca is a fugly slut. But like, okay, so dapat sabihin na lang sa akin. Paano pag sinabi nila, Lucinda is such a hooker? Yes.
That is something I don't know.
Lucinda is a fugly slut. She's a cock destroyer.
Because there are a lot of people who gatekeep and say, and have this concept of drag in their mind that what should be drag is only this.
I have an opinion on that.
Okay.
Kasi I feel like in the entertainment industry, there will be standards. And to be honest, drag doesn't have a specific standard. Doesn't have standards actually, but in bars and in certain
In
establishments,
the context of bars and entertainment.
yeah, they
There's a
look.
certain
there's a certain
Yes.
bar and they yeah.
Which bar?
In the bar. There's a certain bar. Like, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yung parang feeling ko pag performer ka, kailangan ganito ka, dapat marunong ka mag-Ariana, dapat marunong ka mag-makeup, dapat ang daming dapat mong gawin. So, parang feeling ko part of it is trying, it's either what is your intention of doing. I think it always boils down to intention, but it should not invalidate your drag. You know what I mean? In the bar scene, of course, people would expect that you should know pop culture, you should know Ariana, you should know, I don't know. You have to listen to what your audience is asking for.
Right.
But in doing art, all you have to listen to is yourself, your heart, because your art
Your
is
heart. Your heart.
is your heart. Your heart.
You had an experience with,
With
sige,
ano?
sabihin natin, how do you call them? Common persons? People who don't practice drag.
Okay.
Have you had an experience where a person who doesn't even do drag tell you how you should do things?
Definitely. I mean,
How do you feel about that?
I feel it's okay because, I respect their opinion. It's like I get that it's their concern, but it's not my concern. so it's kind of like I'm not fazed by what people would tell me because it's their idea of what drag should be. But I mean, drag in itself, it's very malleable. You're able to do whatever you want with it. I've been told kasi when I first started to do drag na you have a beard. That's not drag. What the person was used to was drag as a female impersonation.
Okay, yeah.
So it's limited to that.
Yeah.
But
You're
I
right.
mean, women can have beards.
I think what matters more is how you take criticism
Mm-hmm.
and how you use it.
Mm-hmm.
So yun, those two things. Depending on who comes, where the criticism comes from. Like, say, I wouldn't really take into heart so much if someone who doesn't do drag commented on my drag. But,
Mm-hmm.
if, say, it was someone like Sasha Velour who commented on my drags, and
So you
knowing
respect.
her track record,
Okay.
and
You respect someone who does drag.
yeah, who knows the art form.
So you'd respect someone when they give their criticism, for as long as they've done it themselves. Parang
Yeah,
ganun.
and
Okay.
I trust the counsel of the person.
Nox. Yun lang. Thank you for the patronage.
Thank you for watching.
For watching.
All
For
this
watching.
beauty.
All of this.
All this goodness.
Yes. I might do something afterwards. But yeah. Thank you
BGC
so
ka din.
much. Ngayon, nakaganito.
Sabi mo BGC ka. In general.
I'm not gonna go there muna.
Okay.
Gonna take a rest. Ayun, thank you. And this will be the end of the
Second and fourth episode.
of Luca and Lucy show. Tama ba? Lucy Luca show.
Kahit ano,
Either way, we can switch it up.
the LL.
my positions for you. Hindi ko na alam yung lyrics na. It's not our na ano. Ayan. How do we end this one? We end it with a song.
Sige.
Anong song ba? We will end this with a song. We will end this episode with a song.
Ganun na lang, parang bye.
Sige. Ikaw lang yung may ganyan. Sige.
Again.
Bye! Okay. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3. Bye!